Hello and welcome back to Prison Architect 2.0. So not much has happened since the end of the last episode, simply because I have moved completely and immediately on to the next one. So we still have a few bits and bobs being finished in my kind of mini go-between sort of storagey prison. And while I say that, actually it's probably a good idea to build some sort of storage area, just so that we don't start collecting stuff all over the place. Make it quite close to the deliveries, so we'll just have a. Won't do it there actually, because we're going to build like our prison. We'll just sort of extend it onto here maybe. So this room is just going to be for literally for storage. I wonder if I can allocate it as storage this early on into its creation. Storage. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to need some power to it, no doubt. Might have caused a problem there, because you can't really build. If they don't build that before they build that wall, we're in trouble with it. I think they probably won't. Okay, so we've got some guys coming in 10 hours, but we realistically want to start looking at the big picture, the big prison. So we are going to build or plan out a few bits and bobs in this episode. So walls. Basically, we're going to have a wall. We're going to have it a few in from the edge, so that we can, do a few obvious things with it, make it a bit easier for us to deal with. We're going to buy the land around it, but for now, it's 4 in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 up. 1, 2. This is going to be not as easy as I looked at it. So that's 4 in up. Oh, come on. So that's about the perimeter. That's where the perimeter fence is going to be on this section. Could obviously build a perimeter fence, but that seems a bit of a waste of my time at the moment. Okay, so we are obviously going to bring this area in. So what my vision for my giant prison is going to be a single entrance, single exit kind of approach. So we're going to have a reception area here that all the prisoners arrive and obviously get taken into for searching and preparing for their life in a prison, which I now realise I've just built the storage area in the way of. Then we're going to have a big area. This is the worst idea ever to have this little mini prison. We're going to have our kind of visiting area and parole meeting room area and all that sort of stuff as the next area that they can get to, which will be obviously quite heavily patrolled and heavily secure. Then we'll move into the yard kind of area, and then surrounding it will be all the cell blocks with all sort of self-contained cells and showers and different quality of cells depending on where we look at. So we can probably start maybe looking at building our first cell block. Can we hire an accountant yet? I thought I'd already done that. Oh no, it exceeds the daily, but I'll wait for the prisoners before I can hire an accountant. So if we have a look at what else we've got. Hire security chief. Well, we don't want to worry about any of this really for now. We'll get the people when it's ready. Okay. So if this is our perimeter, this is going to be our external fence. This is going to be like a little fence. We're then going to have a perimeter fence inside that. Should we actually do it outside that when we buy it? If we can buy all the land around it, because then we've got so much money, we can build a more secure external area. So this is going to be my medium security prison. I'm probably going to buy this land over here and make like a low security prison, and then maybe in a low security and death row, etc. Because I think death row is interesting. I haven't really tried particularly hard with that side of things. Okay, So, back into our planning. So down here, perimeter fence 1, 2, 3. So again, we want 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, if we leave a gap of 3, so this is going to be another perimeter fence where we're definitely not going to get any escapists through this to the reception area up here. Okay, so that's our perimeter fence. 1, 2, 3. So that means this is where we're going to build the wall of our first sort of cell block, I guess. Okay. So we'll decide how big it's going to be based on, as we plan it out, what we're going to have. So this is going to be, well, cells obviously have a rating now. So we'll stick with, maybe we'll go trying to work out where the most likely people to try and escape. I guess the people that are the most cross with their cell are going to be the ones that are most likely to try and escape. So we'll maybe build those ones a bit more midfield. Well, we'll start with the basics, I guess. So these are going to be cells that need a communal shower. That's something to remember. Okay. So if we can also make this like quite modular, I guess. 1, 2, 3. So that's the basic size of the shell. The cell even. Well, it can be that small, can't it? Go up here. Yeah, so this is going to be the stack, this is going to be the cram them in, stack them high approach. These are where we get you in initially, so that we can start you off. We're getting quite a lot here. This is going to be quite lucrative as far as cell blocks go. So we can get a lot of bang for our buck in here. Wow, this is not insignificant. If we did have them stacked high, I'm not able to calculate that very well, have I? It's better? It's better. That'll be our first modular kind of prison area. Got a 2 wide corridor for basically for ease of access and ease of escape. Okay, ease of escape, that's the wrong choice of words. Okay, so now that I look at this, I'm trying to think about how I'm going to best include a shower for all these guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So there's 24 prisoners can stay in that cell block section. So how many, if we would take these two out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to get 20 showers around here. Do we do a shower per person? Is that gonna be the most effective way of doing it? I think we'll leave it as that. We'll call that our experiment. Okay. So that effectively is a cell block. That is quite easy. Okay, so let's start the process of building that. So it's going to have concrete, brick or concrete walls. I think for the outside face, I can't really change it. Oh, I want this wall and this wall to be brick. But I want this wall and that wall to be concrete. Let's see if that has anywhere near the desired effect as to what we want. Because if we can get this to work, and then we can build maybe another one next to it, that's 48. Then we have a block with their kitchen and their laundry room and their sort of shared rooms, etc. Then we'd have 2 more. So we could easily try and accommodate basically 90, well, it's 100 prisoners in this modular little section very quickly, which is not want to say alarming, but it's potentially quite lucrative in the context of space per prisoner. But then we're going to have this is going to be 2 cell blocks, low end. Then we'll maybe have a look at a slightly higher end or higher quality prison. Although I know I've got gangs turned on. I do wonder if they will start to claim areas if I'm not careful. We'll see. The gangs are going to add an interesting element for us to control, I would imagine. We're going to need to use our confidential informants quite thoroughly to help control everything. Come on, workmen. 'Tis the night before the first batch of prisoners arrive. We need to think about power as well. So I think we're going to have to build the two cell blocks and the middle block, because I have to put power. I have to put power in that third block. Okay, so let's. Don't need that one. We need that one. So this is concrete walls. They will have windows, I guess, on that side. Okay. Try to work out which is the best one to build so I can clone it. I guess these 2 might be the best to build so I can clone it. Okay. So we need a bed. And a toilet. And that is basically it. And a jail door. The lights are not I need to turn auto lights off. Just so I can put them in a more logical place. I'm sure there's a quick way of doing this. Is there a dismantle object? There is. Cool, so take all the lights out for now. And we'll put a light in the middle of the rooms that we're going to clone, so that it puts it back. And we'll put them in the corridor when we need to. Don't take a light all the way. Who's doing this? Don't take a light all the way to the storage and bring it back. Just pick one of these lights up and put it in there. Okay. So, if we clone that. It should sort us out. Perfectly. We clone that. Should also sort us out perfectly. Not even broken the $1 million mark yet. Hell, I'm feeling generous. We can do all sorts of cool stuff. Don't know if there's enough space in here for you to enjoy your shower or what. I'm gonna be honest, you're prisoners, and I don't care. Okay, so water. How are we going to deliver water? I don't really want to put water pipes somewhere where they can get to them, if I can avoid it. So the water's going to come from over here. I know I need to do a loop of this. That's not rocket science. I would imagine it would make the most sense to bring the water pipe along this area here. So that we can have a guard patrol it and hopefully find anything we don't want them to be able to do. Got to do with hot water as well. That's going to be interesting. I 100% don't know if that's enough. But that's how we're going to do it. It's a bit excessive and unnecessary, but I'm happy with that. Cool. That'll do all that sorted out then. Okay. So we'll just fast forward time and we'll finish this episode with the arrival of our newest, I won't say employees. Let's just check the bureaucracy. So we'll have the land expansion. Can I hire you yet? Nope. Can I hire you? Nope. I might have to fire a workman. I really want to, because there we go. Right, okay, so we have prisoners are now arriving. It appears to be raining. Did I turn weather on? I did turn weather on. Weather and temperature. Okay. So how do I put a radiator down? There's a radiator. Can you show me like its area of influence? Kind of does. Why can't I see a radiator? Radiators are going to be interesting. I don't think I thought radiators through very well. Nope, the prisoners are here. We now have more daily allowance. We can hire. We hired 2 more guards then, did we? We hired 2 more guards. That's good. Let's hire a chief of security. What can you do? Deployment I definitely want. Maintenance apparently is one of the key things that we need. You're dealing with the land expansion. You're dealing with, I definitely want patrols as well. Did it actually give you anything to do? Yeah, doing maintenance. So we're going to do policy after that as well. So we don't have to worry about money as far as most of these things. What we do need to worry about realistically is just making sure that we don't fail with our first batch of prisoners just because of something stupid like they escape, basically. So they have a yard, they have a holding cell. You're apparently going for a shower. Let's just better set this up. So we want you to shower, then we'll have you eat, then we'll have you locked up, then we'll have you locked up the yard, then we'll have you eat. We'll give you an hour of free time before lock up and then bed. Yeah, that seems about sufficient for now as far as keeping everything going. Why on earth? Oh yeah, if you have food, that's cool. Okay, so we've got our first 6 prisoners. So this seems to suggest that we're having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll just filter capacity to keep us ticking over with our daily cash flow while we build all the things we need to build. Cool. So the first module of our modular prison has been built. Can I click that lock open? That's fine. I'll let them in and out. I won't turn those on to cells, just let them. We'll leave those as they are. Guard in here permanently eliminate all the rooms. Alright, well, we have the start of our giant prison. So I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you again soon for the next episode. Alright guys, bye for now.